Khan. Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the heirs of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. A shalom, beloved Akiam and Akwaf. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a brief live stream. Something real quick and straight to the point. It came through the inspiration of the beloved brothers in Dallas. I was watching their live, and they had made the mention of this Sheetamite freak by the name of Margaret Howie Lovett, and we got some information on her, and I pretty much have some information on her counterpart as well, the infamous the infamous so-called white man. And you already know he's a he's a sexual deviant. We got some information on him as well, through the spirit. But needless to say, yeah, man, we've been telling you that these individuals ain't right, man. Esau. All right? From the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, man. You've been being told that Esau is not right. Okay? That they were doing all types of diabolical they're a part of all types of diabolical behavior. Okay? They do rituals, and they drink blood, they do human sacrifice, the whole nine, bro. All right, and there's so much more. There's so much more to the story. Right, and now we're in the time where the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is on Esau's ass, man. So now things are coming out on him. All right, we're in the time of the great revelation of Esau. You see? 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. We're in the time of his revelation. There was going to come a time where he was going to be revealed. Okay? And guess what? His revelation will be oriented around a shameful spewing. All right? It will not be anything of glorification. It would not be anything of, he won't be justified in his revealing. No, man. He's gonna be found out to be an imposter. All right? To be a complete barbarian monster. Okay? And a complete loser, bro. All right? Complete loser. Now, real quick, I'm going to get this real quick. Bear with me, Aki Amanakwa. Let me see. This is beautiful, bro. Yeah, this is part of end-time prophecy, man. Esau being exposed. Let's go here. Let's see here. You know what? I want to get this. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this in the NIV. All right, blue letter is not working. It's working now. All right. Come on now. It's not working. Come on. Let me bear with me. Let me open this. Let me open up another blue letter Bible. Are you kidding me, bro? All right, whatever. Blue letter is not working. So let's do this. Let's get it from the Good News Bible then. I'll try it after I get it from here. Try it again. Maybe it'll work. The book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. And it reads this. Let no one become immoral or unspiritual like Esau, who for a single meal sold his rights as the eldest son. Okay, so the Lord put a name on the most diabolical, immoral, and unspiritual people, bro. And it's Esau. Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, bro. Hey, there's nothing like them. All right, when it comes to wickedness, man. All right, when it comes to sexual deviancy, when it comes to sexual immorality, man. When it comes to being just a complete reprobate. You see, there's no one worse than him. Now, what I really, truly want to do, I want to get this in the blue letter before we move on here. You know what? I may be able to get it like this. I think I can work around them. Let's see here. Let's try this. There it is. How about Shemel Shai? We got it through Bible Gateway. All right. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16 in the NIV. Right? And it reads this. See that no one is sexually immoral or is godless like Esau, man. Okay? Who for a single meal sold his inheritance rights as the only son, bro. As the oldest son, excuse me. All right? And again, yeah, man, he did that because Esau, he's covetous. He doesn't have any pay. He's greedy. He's covetous. He's impatient. He has a microwave mindset. All right? That's why all these Edomite empires, even starting with Rome, even though they started with the Greeks, but in Rome, you know, they had a similar setup to what we see before us today. You know, they had malls, they had, you know, fast foods, joints, you know, which was all part of their bread and circus. You know, but needless to say, highlighting the point, there's no one that is as sexually immoral or godless like E, bro. Okay, so the information we're going to tap into, it's no surprise. All right, it's no surprise, man. This is how this dude is built. You see? He's the wicked. And this is what you, Jake, are going to find out. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there thinking that this dude's your friend. All right, now real quick. Now I want to grab this first. Let's grab the account of Old Girl. And I got a little video too, through the spirit, of each piece of information I'm going to share with you. So this is Old Girl, Margaret, How We Love It. All right, and again, the brothers out of Dallas brought this up in their life. That's what inspired this lesson. You know, through the spirit. The Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah for giving me the strength to get into it real quick. Right now, real quick, check this out. So I typed into Google, all right, the woman that had a relationship with a dolphin, right? And this is what came up. In the 1960s, a 23-year-old researcher named Margaret How We Love It developed an intimate, partially sexual relationship with a dolphin named Peter during a NASA-funded communication experiment in St. Thomas. Living in an isolated, partially flooded lab, she engaged in physical, manual, and sensual contact with the dolphin to manage his sexual urges. The case highlighted the blurred lines between research and personal intense attachment with animals. Her and Peter, all right, should have been put down. But no, what you got going on? I got a video, okay? This is crazy, man. Of her speaking on this, man. They should have both been laid even with the ground. All right, according to the Bible. You see? And we're gonna show you. We're gonna get the law on it. But let's do this first. Let's get this video real quick. This is fair use, I'm not making any money for this video. I'm making no monetary gain. It's for edification, okay? Edification only, all right? Bear with me, Aki. I'm not going. Let's get this. This is from Facebook. I don't even got a Facebook account. This is from Facebook. Bear with me, Aki. I'm not going. Peter.
They have sexual urges. I'm sure Peter had plenty of thoughts along those lines.
Peter liked to be with me. He would rub himself on my knee or my foot or my hand or whatever, and I allowed that. I wasn't uncomfortable with that, as long as it wasn't too rough.
Peter had caused Margaret some minor injuries on her legs and stuff of pushing like an obsessed suitor.
In the beginning, when he would get rambunctious and have this need, I would put him on the elevator and say, you go play with the girls for a day.
But as Peter's urges grew more frequent, the process of transporting him down to the 2 female dolphins to satisfy him proved disruptive. And Margaret felt the best way of focusing his mind back on the lessons was to relieve his desires herself manually.
It was just easier to incorporate that and let it happen. It was very precious. It was very gentle. Peter was right there. He knew that I was right there. Again, it was sexual on his part. It was not sexual on mine. Sensuous, perhaps. It would just become part of what was going on, like an itch. Just get rid of that. We'll scratch it and we'll be done. Move on. And that's really all it was. I was there to get to know Peter. That was part of Peter.
It was great that she was...
You see that, demon? So this Edomite, all right, took it upon herself to relieve this adolescent dolphin. She took it upon herself. Okay? Well, here it is. There were female dolphins there, but it was disruptive. What is it supposed to be? Okay? They're gonna coexist. They're gonna interact with each other the way they're gonna react with each other, as in like in the wild. You know? Create a bond and then do their thing. No. Margaret, old girl Margaret, took it upon herself. She said, you know what? I'll take care of this. All right? And like it was normal. Nah, man. What that's called, what they were doing is bestiality, is what that's called. Okay? That's the law that they violated. That she violated. Okay? She violated that dolphin, man. But guess what? According to the law, they both got to get put down. All right? Wait until I show you her counterpart, what her counterpart did. All right? Old boy Evil E. Okay? But before we go get him, let's go to the law real quick. Okay? Because what he was doing, it only partially applies to the law. You're going to see why. But let's get this real quick. When you go, it's in a few places. But we're going to get it from here. The book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 15. And it reads this. And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. Okay? So Margaret, old girl Margaret, should not be on no Facebook making a video talking about what she was doing back in the 60s it was, I guess, I believe. No, she should be in the ground somewhere. Okay? Look. But hey, the law is slapped in this wicked empire, bro. You see? The what's that? Let me get that real quick. That's why she's still wiggling around. Okay? This the ruler's wicked. The ruler's doing these things, man. You see? The elite, they're tapping into the bestiality, all types of crazy shit, man. Necrophilia, I think it's called. You know what I mean? All types of madness they're doing, bro. Let me get this real quick. What's that? Habakkuk 1? Khan. We can get that. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 3. Verse 4 is the point, and we're going to go back. Habakkuk 1, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, and verse 3, and it reads, Why doest thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention, bro. And this is the condition we're in under Esau's rulership, bro. Okay, under the rulership of Esau, all right, it's grievance, iniquity, violence, and spoiling, man. Okay, and we're like Lot, man. We're vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. We're vexed with it, bro. You see? Look it, let's go ahead. Let's continue on. Therefore, the law is slacked. All right, the law is slacked, bro. Because Esau is not in the position. Esau is not a just ruler. He's not fit to be a ruler. He's not fit to be a king. You see? This is why everything's out of order in his empire. Look at, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth, man. Okay? She should have been put down. Margaret should have been laid even with the ground. All right? When that information came out. All right, back in the what year? How long? When was that? Let me get the year on this. Back in let's see. Yeah, 1960. Yup. She should have been laid even with the ground. All right, when that happened, man. All right, let's go back to the law real quick, right? So back in Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 15 again. And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. So the beast has to get put down as well. All right? And listen, man, there's no coming back from this type of behavior, man, once you get yourself caught up with that type of behavior, man. All right? That's why the Lord said just get rid of them. Okay? The spirits are just, you ain't lifting them spirits off of old boy or old girl when they start getting into that. This is, you know what I mean? That's why the Lord's like, put them down. Look it. And if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down there too, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Okay? This is the righteous judgment that should go forth with this type of behavior. But it doesn't in this empire. Why? Because the ruler's wicked. Okay? The ruler is wicked. The ruler is involved in all types of iniquity, man. As we're finding out now. All right, let's go ahead. Let me go get this clip. All right, this is from the beloved brother. The brother Hopeful Elect. His channel is Hopeful Elect. You brothers know the brother. Hopeful Elect 3. Right, now check this out. Yeah, his third channel. Because Esau keeps taking them out. But check this out. Fair use, fair use. Listen to this. Let me get this real quick.
Central City man is facing charges after police say he was found engaging in a sexual act with a dead deer. The grisly discovery occurred along Phillipstone Way Saturday evening. Authorities say they received a 911 call from a passerby just after 7 p.m. Officers responded and located a suspect matching the caller's description. Police identified the man as Alan Osborne. Osborne was arrested and taken to the Muhlenberg County Jail on a charge of sexual crimes against animals.
Yeah, you heard that right. Okay? In this case, the dead is gone already, man. The dead was already dead. This man got caught messing with a dead deer. Esau. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, man. Who's like Evil E and the Shedamite? The Edomite and the Shedamite. Okay? This man is diabolical, man. Evil E, he must be stopped. He must be. He must be, man. Let's go ahead. And he will be. This is the book of Ecclesiastic. It's also known as the book of Sirach. Chapter 10 and verse 10, and it reads, the physician cutteth off a long disease. Okay, Yahweh Shai is a physician. All right, evil E is the disease of the earth. All right, this man is the reason why the earth is languishing and fading away. All right, evil E is the reason why you found out that your uncle got cancer, man. Evil E is the reason why grandma had to get her foot cut off. Evil E is the reason why your cousin is a faggot. Okay? Evil E. All right, he is the cancer of the earth. Okay? Let's go. But guess what? The physician is coming, man. Yahweh Shai. Right? He's coming to cut this dude off. Right? Like when a boxer, you cut off the ring. Right? On your opponent, he like, you got an opponent that likes to run. He's running on you. You cut the opponent off. Cut the ring on him. Just keep cutting the ring off on him. You see? That's what the Lord's about to do to Esau. He's about to cut the ring off on Esau. No more running. Okay? The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die, bro. Okay? Tomorrow shall die. The Lord's going to come stop this guy, bro. Okay? Because again, he's a dummy. All right? He's not supposed to be in a leadership position. He's not supposed to be leading nobody. Okay? Matter of fact, let's close out with this. Bear with me. It's a Good News Bible. Con. Here's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, and verse 5 in the Good News Bible. It reads this. Here is an injustice I have seen in the world. An injustice caused by the rulers. Okay? Going back to Sirach 10, right up top. Right? The way the king is, so are the people. Okay? The vibration on the planet is going to reflect the ruler. Hence why we're seeing these things take place, man. Hence why there's no righteous judgment going. They locked dude up that they caught messing with a dead deer. No, man. He shouldn't even still be on the planet. What's going on? What are we doing? But again, verse 6, this is why. Stupid people are given positions of authority. Okay? The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 6 reads, stupid people are given positions of authority while the rich are ignored, bro. Okay? Stupid people will be who? Evil E. And the rest of these heathen. Starting with Esau, though. Right? The rich sit in low places, man. All right? Us Israelites, man, starting with the elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. Okay? And what are we rich with? We're rich with faith. Okay? And upon the return of Yahweh Shai, He's going to find faith on the earth, and it's only going to be being generated through his elect. Again, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number, which our faith is going to justify us, man. You see? Our faith in believing in Yahweh Shai. Okay, our faith in believing in the resurrection. You know? Our faith in believing in what's written, man. Okay, not added, not taken away. But walking that straight gate, man. Look it. Stupid people are given positions of authority while the rich are ignored. I have seen slaves on horseback while noble men go on foot like slaves, man. Okay, everything's flipped upside down. We're in a bizarro world, man. Everything's suffering because the true rulers of this earth are not ruling, starting with Yahweh Shai. Okay? So that could tell us in Romans 8, the creature hasteneth how's it go? The creature hasteneth the coming of the I'm gonna have to go get it real quick through the spirit. See, because this stuff is not gonna be man. Man. And this is why the Lord, hey man, listen, this is why famine is a guarantee. You better believe famine is coming. Famine is coming for sure. Okay? Famine is coming for sure, because scriptures say that lewdness, okay, is the mother of famine. Lewdness, man. Okay, which lewdness goes back to what? The sexual immorality, man. Which is pretty much being allowed and tolerated by the ruler. Because there's no true judgment coming for these actions, man. That's why these people keep doing it. Okay? That's why these people keep messing with their dogs and shit, man. You see? Look that up. Look up the Shedamite woman, all right? And what she's done, what she does when it comes to messing with dogs, man. And the Edomite too. You know, you already know. The Edomite man, you already know. But the Shedamite, she's on one when it comes to them dogs, bro. Here it goes. The book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 19, it reads, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai." Why? Because ultimately the earth is going to be brought back to a paradise estate under righteous management. Okay? This is why Esau must go. It's the only way the earth can be brought back, all right, to the state it was in, all right, during the time of Adam and Eve via the garden east of Eden. Esau must be stopped, and he will be stopped, as we've said. Okay, he will be. Because what's going to happen? Let's close out with this through the spirit. And I know I said I was going to close out before. It's just, I'm tired, but the spirit, I'm going to just, unload the clip, right? The Lord gave me this one as well. What was it? One that was never thought of. How does it go? Let me just type that in. Has worn the crown. I think that's in the Sirach. One that was never thought of. Khan, that's in Ecclesiasticus. It's chapter 11. I'm going to have to remember that. Lock that in. I knew that, but I'm tired. Like, I'm smoked. But it's all good. It's all through the spirit. You know? Burn some midnight oil real quick through the spirit. Let's go. All right, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11 and verse 5. And it reads this. "Many kings have sat down upon the ground." Okay, right. You have, we can go all the way back in time, all right, to the time of ancient Egypt, right? And just as we go through the combination of rulerships, you know, you have the Medo Babylon, the Assyrian Babylonians. I'm naming major empires, you know what I mean? You know, the Assyrian Babylonians, the Medo Persians, you know, the Greeks, all right, the Romans, and then here we are today in the revival Western Roman Empire. Okay, and guess what? Every one of those kingdoms leading up to this one we're in right now have what? Sat down on the ground. Okay, including this one. This one's going to be sat down too. Pursuant to what? Isaiah the 47th chapter. Okay, this place is going to get sat down on the ground too. And guess what? Let's keep going. Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and the one that was never thought of had worn the crown. All right, the underdogs, man. All right, us so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American men under our Lord, all right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, are going to wear the crown. All right, we are gonna be raised up from out of the dunghill, bro. I got one more. I got one more, and I'm gone through the spirit. I got one more, and I'm gone through the spirit. You see, and this is how righteous. This is how the earth is gonna be brought back to a paradise, man. All right, through the Lord's aid, man. This is cold. All right, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, and verse 6. Verse 8's the point. The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, man. All right, the poor is us Israelites, bro. You see? He's going to raise the poor up out of the dust, right? Dust represents confusion. Okay? We're already at the point where he already raised us up out of the dust. You know, because we're no longer confused. And it starts with the elect. 2/3 of our people are still confused. All right? This raising up starts with the elect. Okay? Now, we've been granted access to the Holy Spirit. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. We say the hopefully elect. You know, we've been granted access to the Holy Spirit. Right? The spirit of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, right? Counsel, and ultimately fear of the Lord, which is priority. All right, and we've been exposed to the reality of what's going on here. We know what's going on here, man. All right, we understand why we've been afflicted, why we've been thrown headfirst into captivity. Okay, why the Lord wounded us with a wound of an enemy. All right, we understand that we're under grace. All right, we understand that we're heading to salvation, bro. We understand all roads lead to salvation. We understand that, man. We're not confused anymore. All right? And it's through the mercies of our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because through his great mercies and giving us access to this truth, all right, which we received through prophecy, man, pursuing the 1 Timothy, the fourth chapter, man, by the laying on of the hands of the presbyteries, man, the elders, man. All right, we've been granted now. We're granted. We know now, man. We know some things, man. You see, the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for that. The Lord has already raised us up out of the dust. All right, let's continue on. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill. And right, we're no longer leaning upon him that smote us. Right, we're not leaning on Esau no more as far as his confirmation or his justification. Okay, we don't need his green light. All right, we know we know, all right, that the scriptures is the end all be all. All right, the same book he weaponized against us to get us to go off. All right, it's the same book being used with the correct doctrine applied. All right, that has us walking the path of righteousness, man, and doing things that are pleasing in the eyes of our Lord, bro. You see that? Let's go. Let's keep going. Right? He lifted up the beggar out of the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. This is where we're going. This is where we're heading. Upon salvation, bro. All right, we are going to inherit the throne of glory, bro. All right, we're going to be gods with the little g, as the brother Mike Allah out of LA says. Right, looking for the pillars of the earth are the Lord Yahweh's, man. All right, and he hath set the world upon them. The pillars being the northern and southern kingdom, bro. All right, and this world belongs to us, pursuing the second Ezra 6. You see? So yeah, man, and this is what's gonna happen. Right now, what we're witnessing is a transition of power. Is what we're witnessing. This is why Esau is on full blast exposure. All right, all types of information is coming out on this guy. All right, in the world, hey, on the world stage, he's being found to be a loser. All right, and greatly despised. You know, and again, this is all part of end time prophecy, bro. This is heavy. This is beautiful, man. This is part of end time prophecy. But again, we always knew he was diabolical, man. All right, we always knew. And we've been telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for a long time that this nigga can't be trusted. Pursuant to the book of Sirach, the 12th chapter, man. But nope, you niggas don't want to listen. So guess what? You can die with him, man. All right? Lord willing, you beloved Akim and Nakwak were edified. Abaratazai, you were spiritually fed through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai. And with that, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Hey, till next time, beloved Akim and Akwaf. Hey, till next time. Hey, Shalom.